welcome back to another reading. And if you guys are new here, hi, my name is Astra. I am an intuitive tarot reader and I do tarot readings here on my channel. I recently did a Q&A with a question about Chae Soobin and Yeon, and I asked you guys if you guys are interested in a full reading about the two of them. And a lot of you guys did say that you guys wanted a full reading on these two. Like, I've been getting a lot of comments. So today we are going to be doing a full reading on their bond and seeing in a more in-depth way like how is their bond is, okay? So first, let's take a look about their bond, like overall, like how Chae Soobin and Seok's bond right now. So let's see, how is Chae Soobin and Seok's bond? How is Chae Soobin and Seok's bond? How is Chae Soobin and Seok's bond? Okay, and then I'm gonna just take a few more oracle cards here. Anything else about Chae Soobin and Seok's bond? Any more clarity about Chae Soobin and Seok's bond? Trust. Anything else about Chae Soobin and Seok's bond? Okay, chemistry. All right, you guys. So with Chae Soobin and Seok's bond, I just feel like there is a lot of chemistry here. With the lovers as well, there is just like so much chemistry in the air, like so much tension, like in a good way in the air when those two are together, or when they're acting, or when they're doing scenes. There's just so much chemistry, and you know, you see the red behind these two people. It's just like there's a lot of chemistry and a lot of like fiery tension, probably when they're acting or when they're doing scenes. There's just like a lot of tension there, and that's something that I also got when I first checked for them as well. So there's definitely like a lot of chemistry as well, and there's a lot of trust. I do feel like they both were able to bond so well, and they were both able to have a sense of comfortable level with each other, which they probably didn't have that much of a comfortable level or have that much of a fun and fiery bond with their other co-stars that they both acted with before. So they both were able to bond really well together, and there was like this sense of comfort and trust, you know. And I feel like they both were not able like to take each other seriously a lot of times, like from how much fun and energetic energy they had together. I do feel like, especially with Chae Soobin, probably there were other people that she acted with that had like masculine energy, or probably were not like as, you know, laughable or funny with her. Like they probably were cold, or they were just like calm and really masculine energy. When I feel like with Seok, he probably is more like on the funny side and on you know, the side that matches with her. And so that's how like they were able to bond really well. I feel like they both were able to achieve a lot together. There's like a lot of luck there and a lot of growth and a lot of success that they both have achieved together as well, okay? And I feel like this chemistry that they both had together sometimes got really too much, that one of them was really like, this is really getting mixed up with myself. Like, it's not like I'm playing the character anymore. It's like almost like that I'm feeling the same things the character is, like from how much the strong chemistry is. Like, and I also feel like when it comes to their bond, I keep hearing the word natural, okay? And not really by the book. Like, I feel like probably with, you know, normal shows, like you would have a script and you would just read off the script, but I feel like they did not do that. I feel like a lot of times, you know, they would go off the script and do things like in a natural way, because I feel like they would sometimes just like live the scenes and add something of their natural bond in it as well, that, you know, it would not always be from the script, is what I'm feeling here as well, okay? And I feel like they just had so much laughs together, so much, you know, energy, that sometimes it got really too real with them, okay? So that was like a bit deep when it comes to their bond. So now let's check a bit more deeper on them two personally and how they view each other and all of that, okay? So I'm gonna first start with Yeon Seok. I'm sorry if I'm saying his name wrong, but let's get started and see how does he feel towards Chae Soobin, like him by himself. Let's see, how does he view her and what does he think about her? So let's see, how does Yeon Seok think about Chae Soobin? What does Yeon Seok think about Chae Soobin? Interesting, okay. Okay, so I feel like with the Knight of Cups that Yeon Seok, he does find himself, wanting to tease Chae Soobin or do certain gestures. Like he does also want to care for her at the same time, and they both are really able to be childish together. Like that really is something that I'm feeling very strongly. They both are able to be childish together, and I feel like a lot of times he does want to tease her as well. Like he does find it funny to tease her or, do these things when it comes to her as well. And he does also find himself like caring towards her, and cautious. And I feel like when it comes to, the role that he did with her, it really made him like feel a lot of things. I feel like with the High Priestess, like he felt a lot of things that he was like really wondering that, oh my god, like he's feeling like a lot of things. And I feel like he had so much fun while playing his character, that there is some scenes that he did not want to end because he was just having so much fun, is like what I'm hearing, that he did not want some scenes to end because they were also, I feel like, natural, or like they probably improvised, or he did improvise a lot of times as well, okay? And I feel like probably he was taking tension at first, like how things would go, or he was a little shy, or he was worrying like how to deal with her at the beginning, or like how to act right in certain ways. Like I feel like he was taking tension at first, but they turned out to be great, and they turned out to do well together and work well together, and probably they did get some great success when it comes to their show as well. But I feel like at the beginning probably he was worried. I feel like he also knew her before, like he knew her, and so he was a little shy or embarrassed, like how to deal with her at the beginning, or like he wasn't sure how to approach her in a way, I feel, okay? But everything turned out great. So let's see, anything else that we could get about Yeon Seok? What else does Yeon Seok is feeling when it comes to Chae Soobin, or what else does he see her? Anything else about Yeon Seok towards Chae Soobin? One more. Anything else? Okay, so I feel like when it comes to Yeon Seok, I feel like he struggled with keeping like the characters' energies, or the characters' feelings from his, because I feel like he wanted to focus on his character and the character's emotions without getting mixed to himself. But I feel like he found that the character's emotions got mixed with his. I don't know if they did do any intense scenes or anything like that. I did not watch the show, but I just feel like there was just so many very heated up scenes that he just really felt mixed up with, like he was actually doing those scenes himself, and I don't know if he experienced that in his other shows, but I feel like with this show, like he struggled with that, okay? He definitely enjoyed doing this show, I feel, with her. but he also like took it as a burden on himself that, you know, he did not want to seem unprofessional as well, because I feel like he did not want Chae Soobin to also feel that he actually was feeling the emotions as well. I feel like they both, you know, really got heated up into the emotions, but I feel like Yeon Seok more than Chae Soobin did. So he did not know how to deal with that, and he was like getting confused. Is this the character's emotions, or is it mine, or am I feeling the character's emotions? So I feel like he was, you know, taking a bit tension of that. Okay. So now let's get into Chae Soobin and see what does she think about Yeon Seok. What does Chae Soobin think of Yeon Seok? What does Chae Soobin think of Yeon Seok? Yeah, they just have like this really fiery energy together. Yeah, I feel like she actually really found it a pleasure working with him, and she enjoyed it way more than she thought she would. Okay, you know, there was just like a lot of fun energy with them two together, like a lot of laughs, a lot of having fun, and she actually really like will hold this project, you know, to her heart, because I feel like she had so much fun, like off screen, you guys, as well. I feel like they both are close, so it's not just like that they're just working together. I feel like they're closer than that. And so, you know, the off-screen bond was something that was special for her as well. And I feel like there's definitely like a lot of success, and she did not expect them to bond this well. She honestly did not expect that, especially with him. I feel like, you know, she was like putting it in her mind, you know, how to deal with him, or, you know, that she took like a first impression on him that was not him. Like, she did not expect him to be joyful and for them to bond this well. So at first she did not expect them to be this well, but they both were able to be there for each other, and they like matched well each other's energies. And she really enjoyed doing this project. Now let's see more information on how does she think of Yeon Seok as well. Anything else? How does Chae Soobin view Yeon Seok? What does Chae Soobin think of Yeon Seok? Okay, I'm just gonna get a few more clarifying cards. Okay, so what does Chae Soobin think towards Yeon Seok? Okay. So when it comes to Chae Soobin, definitely I feel like she feels like he's different than her co-stars. Like, they bonded really well here with the Four of Wands. She does see that they bonded really well, okay? But when it comes to their personal equation, I don't know like if there's rumors or, you know, people on them together or all of that. But I feel like she has fears of, you know, this escalating more. Like, probably, you know, she knows that it comes, you know, with getting into projects and all of that. But I feel like she does have fears, you know, about, you know, this becoming a big deal. Okay, because I feel like, you know, I don't feel like they're more than friends, at least right now. And so I feel like she does, you know, have fears, you know, of this escalating or this getting into a big deal. So I do feel like she's taking a little bit tension over that, or even him like getting the wrong idea, okay? So yeah, you guys, I feel like she's taking a bit tension of like either if it's like people, or if it's him like getting the wrong idea when it comes to where they stand, you know, like on them being more than friends, okay? But yeah, I feel like she just has a little bit of tension of that, but you know, she does really enjoy the bond that they both have spent together. But I feel like when it comes to them being more than friends, I feel like she does have fear that, you know, he will misunderstand her, or, you know, people will, okay, and it will become a bigger deal, okay? So that's something that I'm picking up regarding her. And last thing, I'm just gonna get some oracles for the two of them. Anything else about Chae Soobin and Yeon Seok's bond? Anything else about Chae Soobin and Yeon Seok's bond? Not for you. Okay. Anything else about Chae Soobin and Yeon Seok's bond? Round and round. Anything else about Chae Soobin and Yeon Seok's bond? Observer. Hey guys, so it's interesting that I got the Not For You oracle after what I just said. So Not For You is like, I feel like one of them, and I feel like it's Chae Soobin in this case, that she's like, she wants it to make it clear, you know, about the path when it comes to the two of them. That's maybe not for them, at least now, okay? Because I feel like she has fears. And also with Round and Round, one of them is fearing of a past experience repeating again. I'm not sure if any of them, you know, has experienced something similar with a previous co-star or feelings getting mixed up or anything of that. And so one of them is feeling that this cycle that they experienced before is going to happen here as well. So I feel like one of them does have fears, definitely. And here with Observer is like one of them has been like really noticing things and really, you know, thinking that, is it my character that's feeling this way or is it me? Like they have been really trying to, you know, see clear, because I feel like there has been confusion going on from Chae Soobin's side and Yeon Seok's side as well, okay? But overall, like when it comes to their bond, like whatever this is, that's, you know, they both are getting confused about, I don't feel like it's gonna affect their bond. I feel like they actually bond well, and if they, you know, discuss things, I feel like they both can, you know, get on the same page when it comes to it, because I don't feel like they're being, you know, clear, you know, about things, because I feel like they're both feeling tension in the air, and they're both are feeling, you know, something of that sort, you know, but I don't feel like they both are clear on the same page, you know, exactly what they are, okay? But yeah, you guys, energies change, and I don't know, like, how things are going to escalate in the future, but right now, based on the current energies, this is, like, what I'm picking up regarding Chae Soobin and Yeon Seok, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading, and if you guys, you know, would like to see an update in the future, I would be happy to see if there's any changes, and please let me down know in the comments below what you guys think about this reading. I would love to hear your guys' opinion. And if you guys have any more questions regarding any K-drama actors or any of your favorites, I do have the option for you to be a member of my channel and participate in the monthly Q&A if you become the second tier member. So if you're interested, I will have the link down in the description below. And I really hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully see you guys next time. Bye!